morning, Braves. This is the Manalapan High School Bravecast, your weekly news program showcasing everything Manalapan High School. And now, here are your news anchors.
Good morning, Manalapan High School. Today is Friday, January 16th. I'm Kayla Fox.
And I'm Thomas Fagan. Welcome back to the Bravecast. We'd like to start this broadcast by highlighting Daniela Sculiano.
Daniela spent a week in Belgium representing Team USA at the International Dance Organization and World Contemporary and Modern Dance Championships.
She was one of 3,500 dancers participating from 40 different nations. She received 10th place and 17th place for her two dances.
What an incredible achievement, Thomas. Braves, if you're interested in playing girls flag football in the spring, there'll be an interest meeting on January 21st in room H100.
You must have a physical and all school paperwork submitted by February 6th. If you're interested, please join the Google Classroom using the code on screen.
Another new club here at Manalapan is the Pokemon Club. The first meeting is today during lunch in room E109.
What an exciting opportunity, Kayla. And now, Braves, please stand for Pledge of Allegiance led by 3 of our girls basketball players.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Braves, come out to our game tonight at 5:30 at home against Marlborough. We hope to see you there. And now, to Gage Grant with our weekly Cultural Respect segment.
Hey Braves, Gage Grant here in Times Square. Today I'm going around asking staff and students how we can keep building our culture of respect in 2026. Can you tell me one way you're going to help build our school's culture of respect in 2026?
By always being kind to everyone, no matter what.
By helping teachers out in their classrooms.
I'm going to implore my friends to do better in school and hold the door for each other.
I'm going to help my peers with whatever they need and help the staff.
Yeah, just making sure I greet all of my teachers every time in the morning, just saying hi to them and everything.
Just be kind to everyone and be friendly to people.
As a teacher and head football coach here at Manalapan High School, I think is just setting that example for our players and students that, again, we treat, each other with respect. And, again, that comes from the top. I think Mr. Curry does a tremendous job with that, and that filters down to the teachers and the students and the athletes.
There you have it, Braves. Let's continue to build our culture of respect in 2026. This has been Gage Grant. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Gage. Shai Shamlin here to report our weekend weather. Tonight, we look forward to some sunny weather with a high of 34 degrees and a low of 19 degrees. On Saturday, anticipate rain and snow with a high of 40 degrees and a low of 31 degrees. And on Sunday, expect cloudy weathers with a high of 33 degrees and a low of 20 degrees. And now Bravecast anchor Ani Zaidi had the chance to interview our Braves about Muslim American Heritage Month. Let's check it out.
This is Ani Zaidi here in Times Square. January is Muslim American Heritage Month. Today, I'll be going around interviewing staff and students about this special month. How can Muslim American Heritage Month create a more inclusive school community?
It helps bring people together and create a more respectful environment.
It builds, encourages, and reduces stereotypes.
Muslim American Heritage Month celebrates the history and contributions of Muslim Americans. Why do you think recognizing that is important?
Because it's a recognition of the diversity that is the beauty of America. We are a nation built in a history of tolerance and understanding of all peoples, religions, races, cultures, and that's why America is the greatest nation.
Well, there are over 2 billion Muslims in the world today, and they are just as generous, talented, and kind as every other group, so their contributions deserve to be recognized.
As a former history teacher, I can say that it's really important to understand the contributions of all of our citizens because we're a country built on immigration and people of all different backgrounds, ethnicities, religions. And so Muslim Americans are as much a foundation of what we're doing in this country as anybody else who's watching this and comes from a different background because their ancestors at one point were trying to start from the ground up and establish themselves as Americans. So we appreciate everything that Muslim Americans have done for this country as much as every other ethnicity and religion.
Myth or truth? Islam is a foreign religion with no connection to American history.
Myth, because Muslims have been crucial to our development as a country and they've been here since early colonial times.
Myth or truth? all Muslim Americans share the same language, culture, and background.
That is a myth. All Muslims are a diverse group. They share the same faith, but they are very diverse, and that's why it's important to celebrate Muslim American Month in January.
It's a myth because Muslims all have different languages and cultures.
There you have it, Braves. Muslim American Heritage Month is a time to thank and reflect on all the contributions Muslim Americans have made here and far beyond. This has been NJGPA. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ani. Juniors, NJGPA Testing will take place from March 17th through the 20th. If you need extra help, tutoring will be available after school in the Media Center every Tuesday for math and every Wednesday for English.
Students will receive a golden ticket to the school store, which is good for one free snack or drink every time a student attends a tutoring session. For every session a student attends, they will also have their name entered into a raffle that will be conducted at the end of the NJGPA tutoring cycle. Prizes include a $50 gift card to the school store and a choice of parking spot for the next school year.
Sounds like an awesome opportunity, Emily. The school store is now selling a new red hoodie. Please be sure to stop by if you're interested in purchasing it.
Braves, the second marking period ends in 11 days. Be sure to submit any missing assignments you have not turned in yet. Check your Google Classrooms to ensure you earn solid second marking period grades.
Also, to be eligible and participate in any spring sports, you need to be passing your classes after the second marking period. Check in with our SECA, Mr. Provo, with any sports eligibility questions.
Talking about sports, some members of our swim team qualified in the Monmouth County Swimming Championship meet this past weekend.
Members who qualified include Samantha, Shauna, Samantha, Emma, Caitlin, Julianne, Sanvi,
Cole, Jack, Jonathan, Aiden, Alex, Ryan, Eli, and Sophia. Congrats to all of you for qualifying.
And now, Braves, in front of the school, Brendan Schwinger and Brent Columbus filmed the weekly Bravecast Sports Report. Let's check it out.
Brent Columbus joined by Brandon Schwinger. And Brandon, we're able to get outside in this nice winter day.
Yeah, Brent, we got to take advantage of this. It's nice and warm out, but let's get right into the sports as boys ice hockey beat Montclair 7-1. And Brent, who are the top contributors in that one?
So 2 players had 1 goal, and those were Thomas Wiener and Paul DiGastino. But the huge story came out of this game, and it was John Hanovic, who had 5 goals in a single game, which is also the Manalapan High School record. It ties the record, which was set in 2013.
And Brent, a record like that can really turn the season around for boys ice hockey. But let's go to boys swim as they had a dominant 109-60 win over Colts Neck. And Brent, yet again, this team is off to a hot start.
Yeah, Brandon, this win against Colts Neck really will just boost the momentum, and I can't wait to see how that affects the rest of their season.
Now going over to girls basketball, and Brent, this past Tuesday, they had a win against Raritan 35-22. And Brent, a player that really stood out for me there, Rose DeAndrea. I mean, I feel like every time I looked up, she had the ball in her hand. The defense was great. And the time she missed it, which wasn't much, she went right back up, got the rebound, and put it in.
And Brandon, they also had a win Saturday against Sayreville, 56-41. And all the players played excellent during this game. You know, Sayreville, they were red hot. They were 8-1 coming into this game. But all the girls basketball players, they all really had an impact during this game.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to the coach. Coach Rogers this year has just been terrific. I mean, you saw what he did with the girls soccer team. Brought them to the short conference championship. And then this girls basketball team off to a 7-3 start. They've been hot. But until next time, back to you guys in the studio.
Hey Braves, welcome back to the Manalapan Minute. I'm Kayla Fox, and today I'm joined here by one of our history teachers, Ms. Croissant, to talk about Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Welcome to the show.
I'm so excited to be here.
I would like to start by asking if you can tell us about Martin Luther King Jr. Day and why it's celebrated each year.
Yeah, of course. On Monday, February 19th, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, providing Americans the opportunity to celebrate the life of an incredible individual who dedicated his life to the fight for civil rights and promoting equality. Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights activist during the 1950s and 1960s who advocated for nonviolent protests to challenge racism, segregation, and discrimination that existed in the United States during this time. After Dr. King was assassinated in 1968, there was a push to recognize his contributions to the civil rights movement by creating a federal holiday in his honor. There was controversy surrounding the creation of a holiday for a civilian, though, because this had never before been done. It was ultimately determined that his contributions to American history were significant enough, though, that it warranted a federal holiday, and President Ronald Reagan designated the third Monday in January as Martin Luther King Jr. Day, because of the proximity to Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday on January 15th. The first official observance took place in 1986, and since then it has been designated as an official day of service, meaning it's an opportunity for people to volunteer and improve their community while reflecting on King's message of justice, equality, and nonviolent activism.
And for my second question, if you could share a Dr. King quote with every student in Manalapan, which would it be?
So one of my passions as a teacher is to have students set goals for themselves. From what I've witnessed, one of the biggest impacts on individual success is when you have a clear purpose and walk with intention towards that purpose. Writing your goals out and realizing that you may hit setbacks along the way encourages you to persevere and continuously work towards achieving success. One quote from Martin Luther King Jr. that I love because it embodies those ideals is, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." This quote is a great form of motivation from an influential leader that really helps you remember everyone faces setbacks. It's how you address those setbacks that really matters.
Mrs. Croissant, well, thank you for joining us for another live interview.
Thank you so much.
That's all for today, Braves. Today's a B day, so make the most of it. Have an amazing weekend, Braves, and we'll catch you next time on your Manalapan Bravecast.